We think that we have come from a more primitive society. We are getting better every day and becoming more superior in knowledge and technology, when actually, in point of fact, we are digressing. Our history has been vastly changed. We are finding that there are temples on the ocean floor, pyramids, Machu Picchu, Chichen Itza, incredible structures and knowledge which is displayed about the universe, about astrology, and truly prehistoric and ancient people. They knew all about it. We are trying to catch up today to what they knew tens of thousands of years ago. The people, whoever they were, that built the Great Pyramid of Egypt, had an extraordinarily brilliant understanding of the Earth, of our solar system, of the galaxy we are in, and all of the esoteric and profoundly important knowledge about life and the spirit of man and where we've come from and where we're going. And so it all implies that there was a far higher civilization all around the world. These ancient, brilliant builders and teachers, they didn't grow into that. They came in fully developed. When you look at Egypt, Egypt as a classic example. If you go to the very beginnings of Egypt, it came in as an extraordinarily brilliant society of builders and knowledge, and then eventually devolved into what Egypt is today. The great temples around the world were solar temples. They were the center for astronomy. And so the ancient peoples were not looking for spiritual answers as such. They were looking at the actual universe and trying to figure out where we are, what we're doing, and what is the universe. And so from that inquiry into the actual setup of the way the universe operates, then from there they began to suspect that there was some kind of an unwritten, powerful laws in the universe that guided the sun, the moon, the planets, and the whole solar system. They start off scientifically just looking for answers to what we're doing here. What is this? And from there, they begin to develop religions or philosophies, alchemy, astrology, medicine, and then human interrelationships. And then from there, you get into all the other metaphysical pursuits. And that's why today the world is half scientific and yet half spiritual. But the spirituality did not come first. There's the regular interest in how the world works. That's what the ancient peoples built those great observatories for. They just wanted to study the heavens. But in doing so, it didn't take long till around the world, mankind that was viewing the heavens for science begin to suspect that there's something else going on here. And now comes the world of spirituality. As I said, the word occult simply means hidden. So there are many hidden sciences that the really bright people who are looking into these things know about. But generally speaking, the world of mankind is not really well informed about alchemy and about these sciences of spirituality. I think that there is something there that needs to be looked at, this whole idea of where man has come from, where he is right now, and ultimately where is he going to go with his knowledge and with his life and experiences. What is the reason why we're having the experiences that each of us do have each day? We're all growing, and hopefully we are growing far more intelligent and insightful, and looking at the spiritual aspects of our life. That's a very important feature of being alive, is to not just live for the material world today, but start asking serious questions about where were you before you were born, And where will you be after you leave here, this earth? And what is the reason for our human life? And why are we learning so many hard lessons the hard way? There seems to be some sort of an overshadowing presence in the universe that men have called God, or some sort of an ultimate spiritual presence that is leading or directing our evolution. And if that be the case, which it seems to be, then maybe there is some hope yet for the human race. If enough people begin to wake up, spiritually speaking, and begin to look at their lives spiritually, then there might be hope for us yet, because this is why we are in the shape we're in today, because we are living in this me generation. And this generation that only cares about feeding itself and taking care of itself and enjoying itself, never realizing you have responsibilities to the world that you live in, and to help your fellow man to grow and to help educate other people. I can speak for myself in relation to the idea of why do we seek wisdom and spiritual knowledge. I have always understood that I have questions within myself that others can't answer. And for me, looking at these questions, they make a lot of sense to me. Why this and why that and why does this happen? So I have learned that to think deeply on these spiritual questions of life opened me up to a whole world of knowledge, because I realize how much I don't know. And I am also well aware of the spiritual implications of the laws in the universe around us. There are certain things you can do in this world and things you cannot do. And you will pay a terrible price for doing the things you're not supposed to do.